Welcome to Seagull Maritime's module on Sopep. In this video, you will see how you can play your part in the pollution emergency plan that is used to prevent or minimize pollution on board your vessel. Throughout, you will be asked to pause the video and reflect on what you have seen and heard. Ideally, you should watch this with at least 2 of your colleagues so that you can engage in group discussion. In the event of an oil spill, it is essential that those on board a vessel react to ensure the appropriate action is taken to prevent or minimize oil pollution. An integral part of this is the pollution emergency plan, which is kept on board. In this case, pollution means any substance that enters the water from the vessel that should not be there. Accidental pollution is caused by an unforeseen event, whereas operational pollution occurs because of the general practice on board. The plan is likely to cover any type of cargo or fuel oil, but can also be any hazardous liquid that a vessel carries. There are a number of reasons to avoid spills and pollution, including damage to people exposed to the substance, and damage to the environment that sometimes destroys all forms of life. Pollution can also make its way into the food chain and affect humans. For the company owning the vessel, a poor record of spills or pollution incidents influences existing and future charters and can lead to serious financial consequences. For the master and crew, a pollution incident can lead to jail sentences. Throughout this video, we'll look at how you can play your part in ensuring spills are kept to a minimum and pollution incidents are avoided. The primary reason for a pollution emergency plan is to ensure there is a course of action that can be taken to prevent oil pollution. This is a MARPOL requirement for all oil tankers over 150 gross tons, for other vessels over 400 gross tons carrying oil, and any vessel carrying noxious liquid chemicals over 150 gross tons. On an oil tanker or other type of vessel, this is often called the Shipboard Oil Pollution Emergency Plan, or Sopep. A chemical carrier has a plan called the Shipboard Marine Pollution Emergency Plan, or SMPEP. As per MARPOL requirements, the plan is inspected and approved, and all vessels are inspected to ensure compliance. A typical pollution emergency plan has information on reporting requirements, steps to control spills, national and local coordination, and non-mandatory additional information. Working with the managing company, who will hold a copy ashore, the master and senior officers on the vessel will devise a plan that is unique to the vessel. This will take variations in ship design, cargo type, and procedures into account. If the plan does not relate to a new cargo that is to be carried, or the equipment or procedures on board change, the plan will need to be updated to ensure it is still valid. The plan looks at operational methods to prevent a spill from occurring and includes the actions for all personnel to follow to stop the spill entering the water and becoming a pollution incident. As the spilled substance could be very hazardous, the spill must be treated with the utmost care to ensure the safety of personnel. Oil spill cleanup needs a strategic approach. This requires the flow to be stopped first, the spillage contained, and finally the cleanup of the spillage, all of which will be coordinated by an on-scene commander. The plan will also look at the proper disposal of materials used to complete the cleanup. In some cases, it seems that a vessel may require more than one plan. This can happen when a vessel trades between different countries where there are different requirements to prevent pollution. For example, vessels in the USA must comply with OPA 90. Similarly, different oil companies or terminals have their own requirements. The master is responsible for ensuring that requirements are met to avoid delays. However, All oil spill plans can be combined in one plan, provided it is approved by all the regulatory authorities. When the plan is devised, the managers are aware of all the number of ratings on board. They are also aware of what their roles are to be under normal operations and in the event of a spill of oil or noxious substances. In the event of a major pollution incident, all crew on board will be involved. Even if it is a small spill, the alarm should be raised and crew assembled to stop pollution. The ratings will not be given a copy of the plan. Instead, there should be briefings to pass on the information. Drills are also held to make sure everyone knows their role and to ensure that the devised procedures work correctly. Sometimes, roles may be shown on the muster list. Have you ever had an oil spill or pollution incident on board your vessel? How effective was the pollution emergency plan in dealing with the incident? Click the pause button and start your discussion. Time is of the essence when preventing a spill from becoming a pollution incident. It is important that crew are well practiced in responding quickly and effectively. Well-managed drills are the best way to train the crew and test that the plan is fit for purpose. Although the emergency pollution plan is devised by knowledgeable people, there is no way of guaranteeing that it is correct and will work until it is executed. This can cause problems if it is found that the plan needs to be modified as it is being put into action. Avoiding pollution is critical. If a plan is not working during a spill incident, it is too late to modify it if the spill leads to pollution. Indeed, the spill itself can be a sign that the plan is not effective. Realistic drills that exercise various parts of the plan are a good way to test it, which is why it is so important to engage with the drill as if it were real. Follow instructions, pay attention to detail, and make observations throughout. Afterwards, observations from those taking part are a useful way to see if the plan is effective. These should be mentioned as the drill debrief, or fed back to a senior person at a later stage. If deficiencies are found, the plan will be modified if there is a better way. It may be that an inspector asks to see a drill to make sure the vessel complies with Sopep on board. If it does not comply, the vessel will have to rectify the deficiency, which could cause delays and affect future employment of the vessel. It could also result in the vessel being detained in port. The drill should exercise parts of the vessel's emergency plan, including oil spills on deck whilst bunkering fuel oil or transferring cargo, or a spill of chemicals whilst loading or discharging. The drill will also test cargo hose or loading arm disconnection or leakage, and overpressurization of cargo pipeline during discharge or crude oil washing. It will also test overflow of cargo, or, more likely, escape through the venting system. There will also be actions to take in the event of cracks in a tank or the hull, causing the loss of bunker oil or cargo product, or hull damage due to grounding or collision. With some incidents, the plan will involve the vessel and shore management teams and not leave a lot for some crew members to do. However, the effects of any pollution will affect all crew members, as the plan has roles and duties for the crew during an emergency. They will find out what they should do during various pollution scenarios. A vessel trading internationally has several requirements incorporated into the plan from different organizations. For instance, the Panama Canal Sopep has slightly different requirements compared to other plans. During a drill, crew members may not see many noticeable differences with their activities, but the vessel's management will. Think back to the last pollution drill you participated in. Did everyone treat it like a real incident? Were there any findings that were put forward to the vessel's management team? Click the pause button and start your discussion. We've just seen the importance of drills in ensuring the emergency plan will be effective in the event of an oil spill or pollution incident. Now, let's consider the effect human behaviour has on the response to a pollution incident. People's natural behaviour will depend upon their characters, but behavioural training can make the individuals in a team respond to an event in a similar manner. During a spill, everyone must demonstrate positive behaviour. They should have good situational awareness and focus on the task at hand. When all crew members come together to stop or minimise pollution, they act as a strong team, where the output is greater than the sum of the individual team members. Positive behaviours can prevent a spill resulting in pollution or minimise the effect of possible pollution. Such actions will be praised by outside parties. As these behaviours are learned, they should be practiced in drills so that you are ready in case of a real spill or pollution incident. Even so, the urgency to stop or minimise pollution combined with the sound of the alarm can make people react differently during an emergency. Similarly, a stranding or collision will make people more nervous than during a drill. But taking part in effective drills always helps behaviour when the real thing happens. If there was a real oil spill on board your vessel, would you know what to do? Is there anything you can do to make sure you are ready to act if the time comes? Click the pause button and start your discussion. Now that we've considered your role in the pollution emergency plan, let's consider the role social media plays during a pollution incident. Social media is any website, online channel or app that allows social interaction and content sharing using a computer, tablet or mobile phone device such as Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. It is open to anyone around the world who has a sign-in account. Social media is an excellent tool to stay connected with friends and family, but there is always a chance that anyone could see your posts. Pollution incidents are big news, and agencies will look for any information sources to get a story. In addition, parties interested in the vessel, such as charterers and shippers, may look on social media to update their information on an incident. This can be damaging, as posts can contain information that is sensitive or incriminating to the vessel. It may not be correct and could be libelous to others on board. When a vessel is involved in an incident, the managing company has a team that is dedicated to communicating with the media. This ensures that the ship and company are protected from misinformation. What do you think are the potential consequences of posting about an oil spill on social media? Do you know anyone on board who has been in trouble for posting online? If so, what's happened? Click the pause button and start your discussion. Throughout this video, we've looked at the importance of your role in implementing your vessel's pollution emergency plan. First, we considered the impact of pollution incidents. We then looked at the requirements of the plan and the strategic actions that must be implemented to prevent an oil spill from becoming a pollution incident. Next, we considered the importance of effective and realistic drills when testing to see if the plan works, as well as the effect human behaviour has on the response to an incident. Finally, we saw the potential negative consequences caused by posting on social media. Oil spills and pollution incidents are always possible, but with effective implementation of the pollution emergency plan, the effects of these incidents can be reduced or prevented altogether.